Hi, in this video, let's look at how do we sketch a quadratic function and how do we use our calculator to help us to sketch a quadratic function. The shape of a quadratic function, we call it parabola. It's either concave up or concave down. This one we call it concave up. This is concave down. Or sometimes we call it smiling face, sad face. It is fully depend on the value of a here. If the a is positive, it will be very happy, smiling face. If the a here is negative, it will be so sad, sad face, which is concave down. Okay, so these are the three forms of quadratic function that you will normally see: general form, intercept form, and vertex form. We call this one as intercept form because just by looking at it, we will be able to get the x-intercept. This one we call it as vertex form because just by looking at it, you will know the coordinate of the vertex. Now, here I have a function which is given in general form. I'm going to change it to intercept form and vertex form. Let's look at intercept form first. Let me copy this function first. F of x is equal to 2x squared plus 8x minus 10. So first I am going to bring out the 2, make the number smaller so it will be easier for me to do the factorization. Copy the 2. Okay, so to do the factorization for this part, I think you should be no problem, right? You can use this method or you can just use your calculator. Okay, let me show you here. These two terms multiplied together must be equal to x squared. So it will be x times x. These two times together must be equal to negative 5. But normally I will just ignore about the negative sign first. Just focus on 5. So it will be 1 times 5. One of them must be equal, must be negative, right? So that we can get negative 5. So just ignore about the negative sign first. Do cross multiplication. This will give us x. This will give us 5x. Okay. So these two add up together must be equal to positive 4x. So remember, multiply, this is sum. So in order to get positive 4x, so here I'm going to write a plus sign. So here will be negative. If this is negative, copy, positive, copy. Okay, now let's double check our answer. X times x, x squared, correct? Negative 1 times positive 5, negative 5, correct? These two add up together, we will get positive 4x. Now this combination is correct, so x minus 1, x plus 5. So just by looking at this, we know the x-intercept is equal to 1 and negative 5. Okay, so later on I will show you how do we sketch this graph. Now let's go to vertex form. So here we are going to do the completing square. Let me copy the function first, 2x squared plus 8x minus 10. To do the completing square, first thing remember, the coefficient of x squared must be positive and 1. So what I'm going to do is the same thing like this one. I just bring the bring the 2 go up. Okay, so copy the 2, put a parentheses, square minus x. This is positive, right? Follow it, positive. So this number always divided by 2. 4 divided by 2, you will get 2. Okay, so no matter here is positive or negative, here always will be negative. So minus what? Minus the square of this. So it will be 2 squared, you will get 4. And copy the negative 5, don't forget. Okay, so f of x is equal to 2 x plus 2 square minus 5. Now I'm going to bring in the 2. 2 times this, you will get 2 parentheses x plus 2 square. 2 times negative 9, you will get negative 18. So we know this is smiling face, right? and the coordinate of the vertex will be x plus 2 is equal to 0, x is equal to negative 2, and the number here will be directly taken from here, negative 18. Okay, now let me show you how do we sketch this graph. To sketch a graph, a quadratic function, you just need to show some important point, x-intercept, y-intercept, and also the maximum point and minimum point. So sometimes, for example, if you are given a domain like this, so for example, this one, you are given a domain like this, so you will need to show x-intercept, y-intercept, minimum point, and also the initial point here and the last point here, if you are given a domain like this. If the question does not give you a domain, you don't have to label these 2 points, it is okay. Now, let's look at this. F of x is equal to 2x squared plus 8x minus 10. Just by looking at it, I know that the concavity of this graph is concave up or smiling face like this. This is the first information I can get directly from the function. And the second thing I know, the y-intercept must be equal to negative 10. This is y-intercept. Okay, now I got these two information. The next thing is to find the x-intercept. On x-axis, y is equal to 0, right? On x-axis, y is equal to 0. So since this is f of x, so I will write f of x is equal to 0. Now, this whole thing is equal to 0. 2x squared plus 8x minus 10 is equal to 0. So we are going to find the x-intercept. Therefore, y is equal to 0, so f of x is equal to 0. So to make it easier for me to do the factorization, what I'm going to do is divide it by 2. This is an equation now, we can divide it by 2. So every single term here, we divide by 2. 2x squared divided by 2, you will get x squared. 8x divided by 2, you will get 4x. And negative 10 divided by 2, you will get negative 5. 0 divided by 2, you will get 0. Now, let me do the factorization over here. Let me just copy from here. So x minus 1, x plus 5. So now I'm going to use the zero product properties to help me to get the value of x. X minus 1 is equal to 0, or x plus 5 is equal to 0. So x is equal to 1, x is equal to negative 5. So now I got the concavity of the graph, smiling face. I have the x-intercept. This is y-intercept, x-intercept. Next thing, I'm going to find the minimum point. So I'm going to find the value of negative b over 2a first. No matter this is smiling face or sad face. The coordinate of the vertex for the x coordinate will be always equal to negative b over 2a. Here also the same thing, negative b over 2a. So once I get the value of the x coordinate, I just take the value of x, substitute inside the function to calculate to help me to get the y coordinate. Okay, let me show you here. Negative b over 2a is equal to negative b. b is positive 8. So positive 8, you don't have to write positive. If this is negative, if this is minus 8, you have to write negative 8. Okay, so this is 8 divided by 2a. a is equal to 2. This is a, this is b, this is c. 2a. Okay, so 8 divided by 4, it will be equal to negative 2. So another way to get this is to take these two together, add up together. 1 plus negative 5 divided by 2. You will also get the same value. So 1 plus -5, you get -4. -4 divided by 2, you will get -2. You see, both will actually give you the same answer. Okay, now I've already got the x coordinate for the minimum point. So now I'm going to find the y coordinate of the minimum point. When x is equal to -2, I'm going to substitute value of x here into this function. 2 times -2 square plus 8. Let me erase this one. Times -2 minus 10. Okay, this one you can just press your calculator. So 2 times 4. Okay, this is -18. Now I know that the minimum point here will be -2, -18. So now I have gotten all the important information. Now I can start to sketch my graph. Okay, I still need this one, so I think I just sketch it here. So to sketch a graph, you don't have to draw on a graph paper. You just roughly sketch it and show the important point for your teachers. Now this is negative. 1, -5. Okay, then let me label the important point. So this is f of x. So if the questions give you f of x, you just write f of x. If the question give you y, you just write y. So this is x. Y-intercept -10. Okay, -10. And the x-intercept 1 and -5. So this is -5. This is 1. And the minimum point, the coordinate of the vertex is -2, -18. Okay, this is a graph. So after sketch it, don't forget to write down the function beside the graph. 2x squared plus 8x minus 10. Okay, so this is the functions of this graph. So I'm going to explain to you. So if the question is given in intercept form, how do we get this information? Now let's look at intercept form. This is intercept form, right? So to get the x-intercept, x minus 1 is equal to 0. X is equal to 1. X plus 5 is equal to 0. X is equal to -5. That's why we call this one as intercept form, because we can get the x-intercept easily. So to get the y-intercept, we cannot get directly just by looking at it. We need some calculation. Let me show you here. On y-axis. So this is not y-axis. Since this is f of x, so I will write on f of x axis. X is equal to 0, right? Okay, so what I'm going to do, just plug in 0 here and calculate the value. 0 minus 1, 0 plus 5. So it is 2 times -1 times 5. You will get -10. You see, you get the same answer. This is how do we get the y-intercept. Okay, so to get the minimum point, we just take the the two x-intercept, what I showed just now, add up together, divided by 2. 1 plus -5 divided by 2, you get -2. After getting the x coordinate, just substitute this value into here to get the y coordinate. So how about if the questions give you in vertex form? We call it vertex form because just by looking at this one, you know the coordinate of the, let me draw it again. The coordinate of the vertex. So in this case will be the minimum point. X plus 2 equals 0. X is equal to -2. And this one you don't have to calculate for the y coordinate. You just look at it. Look at this one, the constant at the back here. negative 18, so we know that the minimum value of this function will be negative 18. Okay, now how do we use our calculator to help us to get this information? Let's take our calculator. Okay, let me rekey it again. Press menu, search for equation using the arrow key. Press equal, polynomial. Now this is a quadratic function, right? So the highest power is 2, choose 2. Okay, so what I need to do, just key in the two positive 8 and negative 10 inside here. So positive, you don't have to key in because it's already there. If negative, you need to key in. So 2 equal 8 equal and negative 10. Press equal. Okay, so make sure every coefficient, every number are keyed in correctly. So press equal again. This is x-intercept. Press equal. This is another x-intercept. And you press equal again. You will get the x-coordinate of the minimum point. Negative 2. Press equal again. You will get the y-coordinate of the minimum point. Okay, so this is a way how do we use our calculator to help us in sketching a quadratic function. And if the question asks for axis of symmetry, always remember, axis of symmetry will always pass through the maximum point or minimum point. So let's say the question asks you what is the axis of symmetry, what is the equation of axis of symmetry of this graph. It will be x equal to negative 2. Okay, let me show you this one. Now, so if the question gives you the domain, let's say the question asks you to sketch this graph and the domain given is from negative 5 to 1, then you need to show this point and this point. Also, besides showing the x-intercept and y-intercept and also the minimum point, you also need to show these 2 points if the question gives you the domain. Okay, now let's look at this general form first. Ax squared plus bx plus c is f of x is equal to, let me write over here, f of x is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c. If let's say you don't see this part, you only get, for example, f of x is equal to ax squared plus c. For this type of quadratic function, the y-axis will be always the axis of symmetry of the function. What do I mean by this? Let me show it here. So now I'm going to change the value of b becomes 0. So no more here. So no more bx over here. Now, in this situation, the graph will always located at the middle here, no matter how I change the value of a and the c. You see? Always located at the middle here. The c is y-intercept. And the a determines the shape, the concavity of the graph. Since this is positive, smiling face, negative, sad face. When the b comes out, the graph will start to move left to right, go left or go right. Okay? Now, let me show you one more thing. Now, let's look at this. Negative x squared plus 3x plus 4. Just by looking at it, you know the graph is sad face, right? Concave down, and the y-intercept is 4. And the x-intercept here is negative 1 and 4. How do we get from our calculator? What do I need to do? Just key in this whole thing into our calculator. Okay, let me key in again. Negative 1, positive 3. You just need to key in 3 and 4. Okay, press equal. 4. This is x-intercept. Press equal again. This is another x-intercept. Press equal again. You will get the x-coordinate for the maximum point, which is 1.5, 3 over 2. And press equal again. You will get this. So this is 25 over 4, which is equal to 6.25 here. Okay, so your calculator not only able to give you the x-intercept, it's also able to give you the x-coordinate of y-coordinate of the vertex. Now let's look at this type of graph. So you will notice that, right, the graph does not cut the x-intercept, right? So how do we sketch this type of graph? Let me copy this function first. F of x is equal to 1 over 2 x squared plus 2x plus 4. Okay, so before you sketch, you might not be able to figure out whether this graph have a x-intercept or does not have x-intercept, right? So what you need to do, just get the vertex first. So just by looking at it, you know that this is smiling face. So what we need to do is to find the coordinate of this point first. Still remember? Negative b over 2a, right? So in this situation, a will be equal to 1 over 2, b will be equal to 2, and c will be equal to 4. Okay, negative b over 2a is equal to negative b over 2a. So this is negative 2. Okay, so when x is equal to negative 2, I'm going to bring the negative 2 go in here to help me to get the value of y, f of x. F of negative 2 is equal to 1 over 2 negative 2 square plus 2 times negative 2 plus 4. Okay, just press your calculator. Okay, you will be able to get 2. So now, we know that the coordinate of the minimum point is negative 2, 2. So definitely you know, right? Negative 2, 2 is over here. So the graph will not cut the x-axis. So you don't have to find x-axis. Even though you haven't tried by using the b squared minus 2ac, just by looking at the vertex, the coordinate of the maximum point or minimum point, then you know whether the graph have a x-axis, have a x-intercept or does not have x-intercept. So how do we use our calculator? Same thing, using the same mode. So, polynomial. Okay. Oh, sorry. Let me rekey in it. This is a polynomial. Degree 2, 0.5, 2, and 4. Now, when you press equal, you will notice that you get an imaginary number. In this situation, means that the graph does not touch or cut the x-axis. So this function will not have an x-intercept. So press equal again, you still get an imaginary number, but you still be able to get the x coordinate and y coordinate for the vertex. Just press equal again. The x coordinate for the minimum point is negative 2, which is correct. Press equal again. The y coordinate for the minimum point is 2, correct. Okay, so in this situation, if you want to sketch a graph, you need to show this point, and another point which is same level with the x, same level with the y-intercept. It will be easier because the distance here and the distance here will always be the same. So if you know that from here to here is negative 2, then you know another point will be negative 4, 4. This is 2 unit, here will be 2 unit as well. Okay, that's all for this video. Hopefully you understand better how do we sketch a quadratic function and how do we use our calculator to help us to sketch a quadratic function. That's all for this video. See you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. If you want to purchase this calculator online, but you worry that you will mispurchase a counterfeit product, you can just go to Shopee and purchase from Casio office store. Before this, I bought my calculator here as well. I already bought 2 calculators from this Casio office store. Both are authentic products. There are 3 colors available now: black, blue, and pink. You can click on the link in the descriptions or just go to Shopee, search for Casio office store. In the search bar, just type Casio Office Store. Click on it. This is Casio Office Store. So if you purchase your calculator here, you don't have to worry about the authenticity of the product. Just click on it. You can type the model of the calculator that you want to purchase here, or just go down here, click on scientific calculator. As I told you just now, for this model, there are 3 colors available now: black, blue, and pink. You will notice that there is another model of calculator which look very similar to FX570EX, which is FX991EX. These two calculators actually having the same functionality. What is the difference is, for FX991EX, this is two-way power calculator, means that you can use solar energy or battery. There are 3 colors available also for this model: black, blue, and pink. Let me show you some other differences between these two calculators. For FX570EX, this is one-way power. You only can use battery. The battery used is AAA battery. If you want to replace the battery, you need to take out 6 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For FX991EX, this is two-way power calculator. You can use solar energy or battery. If you want to change or replace the battery, you just need to take out 1 screw. The battery used in this calculator is button cell battery, LR44. Okay, that's all for this video. See you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.